of the plane that went down on Georgia 21 this morning around 11:30, and of course that caused a massive traffic backup in the area. People still feeling the effects right now, hours later.
A miracle, though, it did not hit any vehicles. That plane was from the Puerto Rican Air National Guard, a C-130 that crashed, a huge plane, and that has investigators shutting down Highway 21 by Crossgate to Grange Road in Port Wentworth. So do be aware of that, and that, of course, is creating some traffic headaches as people are going on to some of the other roads out there. Let's check in with Danielle Dewan for the latest.
That's right. We do have team coverage on the ground over there where that plane crashed, but we want to make sure all of you can navigate around this crash and, of course, get home safely today. Right now, we're on Dean Forest Road. You're going to have to bypass this Highway 21 exit that you usually take left if you're headed to Rincon, Effingham, Wentworth. As you can see in the traffic tracker, the path has been completely closed down. You're going to travel further north on Dean Forest Road and then jump on that Jimmy Deloach Parkway connector. We were out there early. No traffic on this connector at the time, so it should be a straight shot for you to get home. We do know a lot of you are doing, especially Gulfstream Aerospace employees. We just got an update from Gulfstream that says that those roadblocks that were at the Robert P. Miller Road and Airways Avenue have been cleared, opening that to absolutely everyone. At first, that was restricted to just employees with badges, and now it's open to the public for y'all to use to get home safely. Again, Gulfstream Road and that Highway 21 access are both blocked off. Definitely traffic congestion in the area, but we're going to stay out here and continue to monitor that for you. Sending it back to you guys.
WTOC's Elizabeth Rollins continues our live team coverage of this event. And you know what? I was actually looking online knowing that this plane came from Puerto Rico. Keep in mind, one thing I found quite interesting is they maintain the oldest fleet of C-130s of the National Guard.
Obviously, these cargo planes are used to haul either military personnel or large hunks of cargo and supplies to areas like when Puerto Rico was shut down after the hurricane. Elizabeth, you've been digging into when the last time one of these military planes crashed.
Sadly, it hasn't even been a year ago yet. In fact, many of you may remember there was a C-130 that crashed back in Mississippi last July, killing 16 people on board. This is video from that day, July 10th. It's from our Jackson, Mississippi station WLBT on July 10th. A C-130 crashed about 85 miles north of Jackson in LaFleur County. Again, 16 people were killed, which included all military personnel. But according to the military, the pilots lost control of the plane, causing the aircraft to corkscrew into the ground. Since 2010, about 19 C-130s have crashed, sadly. But again, it's still unclear what caused this C-130 here in Savannah to crash today. Of course, it will take quite some time for investigators to complete that investigation, but we will continue to follow this and keep you updated, guys.
All right, thank you, Elizabeth. And of course, we are keeping and monitoring, and we are still, that investigation continues, and it could take weeks before we figure it out.
Potentially even months, and so everyone just has to be patient right now. I know everyone thinks this happened. We're going to have answers soon for them. We want answers as well to let everyone know how it happened, but it's going to take time. Continuing on with that plane, there are 1,200 airmen in the Puerto Rican Air National Guard, and I actually looked up the group of men and women to learn more about their unit and discovered a video from their current commanding officer. He made a point to mention how the people that he works with daily bring their best every single day, and that includes after Hurricane Maria, which of course devastated the island.
My biggest, I guess, positive out of this is that I've seen how our airmen have been able to come together, get us moving forward, being out to our workplace, which is base, where there's drills during the weekdays, knowing that, they still have, there's still victims at home and trying to get them, to get them to work and seeing how motivated they are. That to me is the most rewarding thing I can take out of all.
I'm looking into the 156th Airlift, and I will have more information on that particular unit from Puerto Rico as this newscast continues.
Well, we do want to let you know as well. Airport officials want to remind you, don't call them. They also have been in response mode to this C-130 crash on Highway 21. If you are trying to check the status of a flight for somebody coming in or someone departing, please call the airline. Now, there have been disruptions because of that crash, because of airspace and things of that nature that they are trying to make sure is a little more restricted. But do be aware, do not call the airport, check with your airline to find out.
The Georgia Ports Authority releasing a statement this afternoon extending its deepest sympathies to the families of the Puerto Rico Air National Guard members who lost their lives in this morning's crash.
All right, here's what we know about the C-130 from the Federal Aviation Administration. It departed at 11:25 a.m. from the Savannah Airport. It crashed about a minute later at 11:26 while trying to return to the field after declaring an emergency. The destination was Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Tucson, Arizona.
And that's actually where they go to retire a lot of old planes. We'll be right back with even more information.